At the 2019 Game Developers Conference, you can look forward to an array of talks from speakers across the video game industry. During the week, you will hear from industry legends, niche experts, and amazing advocates, many of whom will want to learn about you and your work as much as you do theirs. If you are invested in the future of horror games, you will be glad to know so is Mason Smith, owner of Verdorf Games and maker of games like Faith, a pixelated return to the 1980s that scared players and YouTubers alike. To introduce you to Smith, we each turned for a quick Q&A, which you can now read below. Would you please introduce yourself and talk about your role in game development? I am Mason Smith, an indie game developer from Texas with a master's degree in visualization. My goal is to make games that are self-contained, accessible, and unique. I love horror, retro gaming, cartoons, and spending time with family. Without spoiling it, what will you be talking about at GD? I will be talking about the visual design of my debut game Faith, and its various influences, particularly 80s culture, but not Zapper guns, DeLoreans, and blue and pink neon. Rather, I will be talking about the dark side of the 1980s. What excites you most about the future of game development? Accessibility. It is now easier than ever to enter the world of game development. There are many opportunities to work and many outlets and platforms to share your games on. It's also easy to find communities of like-minded gamers and devs who share your tastes and passions. I can only imagine how accessible the world of games will be in the future. What's something about your specific field you want your colleagues to know more about? I will always advocate for horror games. Devs for all kinds of genres should learn more about horror games. They are much more than blood, flashlights, and jump scares. Horror games need to be entertaining, but they also have to be scary. That's much harder than it sounds. This imposes additional pressure and design challenges on the developers. We have a lot to learn from how those devs created effective horror experiences. Tell us about your favorite project you worked on in the last year. Faith, Chapter 2, an indie horror game for PC. I have never worked on a sequel before and it's been a fun challenge. Bring your team to GD, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Love it or hate it. Do you have a hard time doing gases games? Open world survival, horror game Deadly Premonition has not inspired a lot of strong feelings in the years since its 2010 debut. Much of that is due to the influence of the game's director, Hidetaka Sekiro, who's since left Access and gone on to help create similarly impactful games like For Dark Dreams Do Not Die and The Missing J. McField and The Island of Memories. Way back at GD 2011, Swery took the stage when Deadly Premonition Fever was at its peak to talk through his game design process, laying out 7 concrete steps you can take entering to create appealing characters and narratives. It's the kind of talk you go to GD for. One of those rare opportunities to catch an interesting game maker earnestly explaining their creative process. And now you can watch it completely free on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, GDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent Game Developers Conference events. and the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault can already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office or company by contacting staff via the GDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company and former steamer Harry Brewis, a K.A.H. bomber guy, has raised over $340,000 for United Kingdom trans charity Mermaids by hosting a star-studded Donkey Kong 64 marathon. Mermaids works to raise awareness about gender nonconformity in children and teens, and is actively campaigning for the recognition of gender dysphoria in young people. The organization's wider goal is to relieve the mental and emotional stress of those struggling with gender identity issues by supporting them and their families, raising awareness among the public, and campaigning for more professional support. Despite doing vitally important work, the charity was recently targeted by writer Graham Linehan for Father Ted and the It Crowd, has been campaigning for a group's national lottery funding to be pulled. Brewis started his stream in response to Linehan's cynical efforts, and although he only initially hoped to raise around $500, the event quickly snowballed. Indeed, supporters from the games industry and beyond rallied around Brewis, who was assisted by a number of familiar faces including Donkey Kong and Banjo-Kazooie composer Grant Kirkhope, U.S. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Doom co-creator John Romero, helping the dedicated streamer obliterate his initial target. The entire event lasted for almost 60 hours, and ultimately succeeded in turning Linehan's toxic campaign against mermaids into a massive win for the charity and those it supports. You can find the full stream over on Brewis' Twitch channel, and those of you still keen to help out can donate to Mermaids via the charity's official website. Apparently today is Pound Kid Blue Monday, the saddest day of the year. This weekend one guy raised over $340,000 for mermaids by playing Donkey Kong online and uniting the world behind trans kids and the trans community. Thanks to Ed Barbadai. This Monday is awesome. Mermaids Monday Peak. Twitter.com QFATMQ. Doku1. Unity has announced its first annual Unity for Humanity contest, an initiative with a focus on aims that inspire meaningful change. One developer will be awarded $25,000 in funding to help bring their project to fruition. This is a great opportunity for developers who feel as though their work could make an impact on others, and receive the added benefit of funding and mentorship as well. As explained in a blog post, eligible projects are those that are currently in development, but not yet completed. Projects must also demonstrate plans for distribution and be willing to submit a business to consumers at the event. In addition, a prototype or video demoing the project must be provided, along with a detailed pitch or treatment outlining the project details. It's worth noting that submitted projects must utilize Unity as the only 3D game engine software used during production. Interested developers can head here for the full list of contest terms and conditions. If they choose to submit their work, Sometimes in game creation, we have to repeat the same task again and again for every asset we are creating: modeling, of mapping, texture painting, and so on. It can be tempting to try to automatize, at least partially, some of these tasks, especially when some assets are almost always the same ones. This recently happened to me WHILEWORKING on my adventure game, A Thief's Melody. When I tried to create film around every island in the game world, I quickly realized that it would be a time-consuming task, and I asked myself if I could find a faster way to deal with it. So I experimented with procedural texturing and automatic overlapping in order to create a cartoonish form without too much effort on of mapping. Thus, in this article, I will explain my thinking process and the different choices I have made to create this.